had some ideas, and I rediscovered some beautiful music from Last Dudek. Last Dudek is a guitarist. He played the gold top with the BlackTea 90s. At MOMz rare guitars, I love to watch their videos. Almost daily they bring out some amazing vintage stuff to look at, and they had this thing with the BlackTea 90s. I think it was a Firebird 3 or whatever, I don't know. It was just a guitar last week, and it instantly reminded me back to this record, or more better said, his first, Let's Do Dek's first two. I need the drugs later. First two, like his debut, and the second one, Say No More. I had long times riding to school when like I was in the business school academy, like 2005, no, 7. I went there, like say like the time when like around 2007, 8, I had discovered all the real blade music, and there was Toto, there was Steve Lukather, Los Lobotomies, thanks to my teacher. I was studying guitar, and then I was just starting to read those magazines that are mostly full of ads nowadays. Guitar magazines and this kind of stuff. And in there was this Let's Do Dek article, and so I found it, but gotta say, yeah, that was maybe one of the best ads ever in this magazine. First, next to a few other stuff like Oasis, was also really impacted only because I read those things. And I learned a lot in this music magazine, like how they call it. I preferred the Gitarre and Bass. That's a great one. So I don't know what it's now. I stopped reading it like in 2013, 14. Then I realized I don't need this. I know everything. It just repeat. I read it like for what I'm doing here. Like I'm obviously not this big multitasking talent. So I was just seeing that. I was thinking to myself, wow, I already know all that shit. So it was like a cycle, like I read it for like five years, like she started 2008, I would say, to read it monthly, and like with fever going to the traffic. It's called it's a store in Austria. They call it like this, where you get the newspapers. And me, I ordered it on special in this little village area where I grew up. I ordered a bunch of crazy stuff. I ordered British tabloid like The Sun and Daily Mirror and all this crazy. When I was little, it was way before that. But like people, no, the guy who sold it, people over there, they just normally don't ask for things like this, and I always came there like with, I want this, crazy things. And so it was with the music magazines. And then there was coming this point where I stopped it because of the obvious reasons I said. And honestly, it really was like this. It was, they reduced like this time around, like 2013, 11, it started to get slimmer. They redesigned the magazine, this particular one, it started to get slimmer, and more ads were in there at the same time, so it was really, I was thinking, oh, at first it kind of like it's the same again, like the interviews, like just the same guys I already know about, and nothing I would miss, so I stopped it. And insanely expensive too, so like $6.50 or whatever it cost back then. I have no idea what it's now, maybe 30 if you follow the normal market stuff, what's going on in this world with the ratings. So yeah, long story, I've talked a lot now about what I really want to talk about is how you know, I was reminded slide guitar. Let's do like, he has this crazy beautiful stuff in there, and I loved it. I loved those two albums especially. I was not this big of a slide and this kind of rock blues guy, never really, but I love those two albums and this approach. You can listen to their like This Lady You're Nasty. That's maybe my fav of both albums, but it's What a Sacrifice, it's and Sad Clown and Each Morning. And the fun about it, like each morning I had this period with this student music, and each morning I was really going to school in the bus like for 45 minutes, and I had this record of the week thing back then also going on, but not as detailed like it was like later, but I had it going on, and it was just this over and over again, and it was really suiting, like every morning, each morning, the song again and again and again and again, and yeah. And so I kind of was searching for candles because I love candles. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is plenty more. It's just enough for now. This one is even scanted, so it's got black, you see, outside, and white inside, and it's having some, I would say it's blueberry. So, yeah, what I wanted to, you know, I was searching for candles, and there's this amazing web page where you can just sell stuff on private. It's like Craigslist in the States, and so, or something like this, you know, similar to this kind of thing, and eBay, whatever, but not just for not auction, but you can put in whatever you want, and or whatever you ask, and then you can sell or give away stuff. And I was looking for used candles because I love candles, and I love just the light. It's feeling better to everything, to the whole system, to the whole body, whatever, like than the electric light. So I should theoretically turn it off, but for the video I was just thinking it's more nice to have you see what I want to show you. So yeah, and I was looking for candle, and as I'm a really nerd in guitar, I was also looking into the guitar area and found this pretty little thing, and it's a little beat up, and it's small, and it was free to give away, and yeah, I just wrote there and tried to ask if I wanted to tell that I told that I'm interested in doing this, and I wanted to give him the guy who gave it away, Michael, by the way. I wanted to exchange it, I didn't want to take just it for free as a present, because this is always like heavy for me to do that kind of thing. I don't know why. I know why. So I wanted to give as exchange as sign also a little what I think about this financial crazy system. A painting of mine I wanted to give, and I just show it now which one it is. Actually, I wanted to give not three, but I wanted him to choose one of those three. But this one I wanted to give him, it's Saturn. It's 117, it matches the day, also the date of the cycle of yesterday, and it's from 2018, and it's coming from, it was from a part of a series, it's a part of a series where I put from the tabloids of Austria, I put out interesting content. So I saw this Saturn, this thing here is coming from a Saturn ad, and this is coming from the cover of this thing here where I painted it on. So it's a dollar Ronnie, European made, and they don't do that anymore as far as I know. But back then they were still doing it, and then every European produced, I don't know where in Europe, but somewhere, of course, got this badge on front, this sticker, and I kind of thought, yeah, that's giving a nice touch to it. So number 117, and the thing is, he didn't want to take it, but it's okay with me. At first I was really shocked because I took it, maybe mistook it a little, like he didn't like the painting, but the thing was, he said no before he even seen the painting. So not everybody is wanting to have art or whatever you call that at home. So he said like the truth, and that's what I valued a lot, and I also acted like true. I was kind of little yeah, I was not expecting to take it back with me and just take what he has to give. So, but this was a real thing I learned yesterday in some way. I put myself into this situation, and it was good, because there's much more value in this, maybe even, than in any. That's a real value, It's not. The experience is a real value, and not the money I could have given him that I don't have in that way, but not the painting that I would have given him maybe, and then it would have been stored away the rest of its life until it gets trashed in 5 generations after, which what will not happen. But so I will come back to him for sure in some way. I will, it's always a balance, and I had a nice talk with him about this. So this was a real big value. There was no money involved. I just gave because I really felt a little awkward about it, because there is this system going on, and of course, but I just escaped all of this, and well, I gave what I could give to well, like €1 thing coin I had in my pocket, and gave this to him to buy something next time he goes to the supermarket, like for his little baby Mickey. Actually, it was not the name of the baby, but and he's expecting another baby, his woman. So yeah, a lot of going on. Babe cycle yesterday. So, but now I come to the real thing. It's about a guitar. I found this guitar, and it's a beautiful thing. It's like you have to be a little crazy to see the potential in it. Crazy in the positive, of course. And I see it when I see something, when there is potential for me at least. So I went there, and I want to show it to you now because it's a beautiful thing. Now it's starting the section of this video where the nerdy guitar stuff is going to happen. So let's start it. The babe. I didn't name it yet, but I have a few names in the backhand already. So back. So it's coming from 20 years in a keller, like in a basement. It's let's take an individual look at its part and its specs. After this I make the playing demo. It has come from a Viennese seller store, and I would say it's around 1940 when this got sold, or 50, like 40 to 60. I told him I estimate 40 to 60. So it's, at first you gotta say it's a small scaled one, and I don't know if it's a parlor, but I think it's something like this. It looks beautiful. It has a spruce top, and what really got me is the bourbon burst, I call it. If it was a Gibson, it would be a dark bourbon burst with this red in the right angle, you see. Thing is, it has here, you look like this, it's even looking like a clown burst from the 17th, but it isn't. It's really a melting, beautiful thing, and it would be on a Les Paul 58 or earlier ES3 whatever, or 175 or whatever. Like if you're lucky, you get something like this. So it has a beautiful figured wood. It has a black shellac, I guess. It's either nitro or shellac, I don't know. It's really thin and cracked. What I love. It has this neck here. It's nice fat. It's a Fender. It's a Fender, not with first fret, not with. Really slim. It's not the most comfortable to play when you have big hands, for sure. It has a nice fat neck, as you see. It has a nice it has shoulders. It has like a D. I would say it's kind of a D-ish neck profile, but it doesn't feel like there is the V also missing. It's also a V kind of in there. Like it has a consistent flow until the back here. I would say if there was ever a Les Paul if there was a model that's resembling a Les Paul in the acoustic guitar form, this would be it, maybe. So it has the Gibson, I guess it's either the Birdland, smaller one, or the standard Gibson scale length, but with the nut width of the Fender, of a small Fender, I would say. I compared it to the Telecaster I have, and it's kind of there, but it's a Squier, so I can't really say it's Fender classic nut width, because I do not can confirm any of it, because I never had a real 50s stuff, early 50s Fenders in the hand. Not yet. I hope this day will come. To have the Esquire and the Broadcaster, like, just try it at least. Yeah, I love it. The look of it. There are a few things, like you have the problem here. I have a cracked stripe here, one big. It's cracked. It should be repaired, but it's. I think it does not do any real problem, as long as it's not getting bigger. And the same you have here, but this one is not going through. I was looking underneath, so this is not a problem here. This crack. Maybe it's no. So this one is going through the whole wood. So. What I love about it, you know, I have my theory about this guitar. I think it was not supposed to be a normal one. It looks to me a little like it was crafted by a student of a guitar maker back then, because there are a few flaws in there from factory. It has the finish here, like those, there was a little bit more dark sprayed to it. What I really like the inconsistency. I don't know if this is really visible like this. But there you definitely see it when you look at it. Here you have some streaks, and it could be, my theory is that it was either painted on by mistake, or it was just something else, like added later by some previous owner. So you have a problem here with the bridge too. You have this problem. The problem that here is wood exposed in a way that it's not factory for sure. It looks like there is nothing really wrong with the bridge itself, because I never saw how it should really look like, this bridge, because this is something new to me. Steel string thing, classic guitar style, whatever that is. But it's, at least it's a stained, I guess it's spruce, could be maple, but I'm pretty sure it's spruce or maple, let's say it like this, because the sides are maple and the back is maple. Beautiful figured, like the ES330. Reminds me big time to Gibson. Nice ass, nice arching. I think this is supposed to be nice flat up. The pickguard white, and the thing what I like about it, it's not just white. It's a black pickguard, not pickguard, but you have to pick hard on her. It's actually a black pickguard. If you look at it, It's a black one. It just has a top layer of white. So yeah, beautiful binding, black-white binding. And the most beautiful thing about it, it's a really lame long video now before I come to the play demo. I would say I love the finishes, you know, I love it. The thin cracking finishes, the old ones. And this appears to be nitro, or at least something else that's really thin and cracked over the years. And I'm pretty sure the camera does not really see what I want to show now, but it has everywhere fine little cracks. It almost looks, if you look at it like the right angle, it has everywhere, like Fender does it in the custom shop relic stuff. It looks like Fender is doing a really good job here. Really reminds me of this back boards. The thing is, it has a lot of, it has big cracks, it has dings and dongs, but it too has like all the small little up, like in this way it has the big ones like this, but it has all underneath all small ones. So it's just beauty scars, beauty, most beautiful. I love that. And I think the last thing I could really add here, I love the mechanics. I love steel string heads like this, also in the Martin area. I love it, how it looks. Yeah, the thing is, it feels nice. It's a little small, but it's a small guitar. It's a babe. Don't forget that. It's meant to be like this. And I oiled and did what I could do yesterday night to the mechanics, and they work. They really work. The problem about it is only the fretboard, not the fretboard itself, because it's a beautiful brown chocolate on there. It's a really almost porn press or porn for the guitar world nerds. It's obvious and clear what it means. It's an old guitar, and it's a beautiful, soft feeling Brazilian, I guess. Pretty sure about that. And oh, the coolest thing ever. And I think this is something definitely I will pick up for later ideas when I customize a guitar or whatever, or if I repair these, I will, like professional from a luthier, which when I can afford it I will definitely do, because it deserves it. I almost gave the guitar away yesterday on the street when I was going back from this, when I was coming back from the trip to Stockerau. Like I stocked this guitar there, and I stocked another few things, and I made some photo shootings, and I met an amazing person, a funny person, having like a hat on top of his head, with on top of his head his woman, which sadly passed away a few years back, and the woman was like, it was like a pain. It was a whole art thing he had, and it was kind of a joke. I know that from the start. It was a real joke, like a good one. So I need some of these. Breakfast time. It's really breakfast area for me now here. So breakfast talk. It's 30 minutes record talk style. yeah, so this person, he had just like a plastic bucket or whatever on his head and a painted coat. I have photographs of it with him. I did selfie. I asked him if he could give me a selfie permission with him, so I have the pics. If anybody's interested, and the fun about it, and it's really true, because yeah, he has, the women, they are making the babes. So everybody in the end is made by whatever you want to call it, see it how you want it, but at least I can say that there are women that give birth, and the human gives birth to beautiful things like this guitar, beautiful other things like doing art, paintings or whatever. Like this guy I met, he was just in the news, he said, because he had, it was his whole costume was coming from this idea about making fun or maybe critical art concerning the face mask thing. I don't know. I didn't go too much in detail about this, why he's doing it, but he was photographed and was in the newspaper, in the tabloid trash newspaper, Austrian way style. Like they give it away free in the heute, every heute. It's, or also they call it now 24. You get it like everywhere, around every corner in the street. They have counters where you just can take it. So this here is another painting from this area, 2018 era, where I made a little fun about the crazy economics. And I was just putting out, it's every day the same, so you can just relive this painting and the idea behind it on your own, or the inspiration when you come to Austria and just put out, or maybe in your own country. You can maybe just open a tabloid and you have crazy, almost mind-directing, hidden things in there to sedate you in some way, or whatever, how you want to see it how you want to see whatever. And I just had my critics done in this painting back then. What I call it, I was sitting at Burger King, page 6. At Burger I love Burger King and I miss it so much. So now it's not about the Burger King itself, it's more about the spot, the special Burger King, Annagasse, and sit there in the evening. Did record talk even there. I like this Burger King and I like my coffee there. The pommes are good, It's I had really have to go fast mode now because I'm way too much drugged. Yeah, and I love Burger King, it's really good. I also love McDonald's, it's all the same in the end. It's just a little difference in taste. But I definitely will look forward when they open again. Lockdown, Austria is still locked down. You cannot go there, and there's no point in me to just go there and pick up some stuff. I want to sit there and watch my surroundings passively and have my coffee or whatever. And I did this in 2018 a lot in the evening. It was my area. idea. Maybe I give this this piece of painting somewhere. Burger King area. And this also to make a little piece, because it would not be too bad to get it where it belongs. This maybe would be good for Saturn. Let's see. So back to the guitar. Beautiful big chunk of Brazilian whatever. I guess it's Brazilian, so I cannot confirm because it's not written on it. But I cleaned what I could clean yesterday. The beautiful moons are on there. And I put in on it new strings, and surprisingly, beautiful rosewood nut. A little damage, but working totally good. A nice Gibson style angle on the headstock, what I also love. I just like the look of it. There are people that say, "Oh, that's not good. It should be it should be better, like less degrees." I had once an argument with a guitar maker from Vienna about this. I love it the Gibson way. It sounds nice. It feels nice. What the fuck? So why making it flatter? I don't see the point. Maybe there are many points from the technical standpoint, but from the musical standpoint, I like vintage. So no truss rod in there. I'm pretty sure about that. No truss rod. It has the chest thing. It's floating above it. It feels like from the handling. It's a babe with a little neck heaviness, but okay. Or head heaviness, like this guy in the paint that I met with his there was a shopping. He put a shot. A shot of Milka in there too. Like there is this cow from Milka chocolate, everybody. The purple one. I just make an ad now because I had one. I have to go fast mode, people. I went really fat. You see? So it's like this. And full of sugar, and that's maybe a reason why I'm full of sugar. This is the milker, and he had the milker on top of his head. There was this trailer shopping thing, you push in the supermarket to the front and you put in your stuff, what really matters, hopefully. And he put in like this, there's the cow as main advertisement ad thing. I love the way like they did. I don't know if they still do it. The ski VM, skiing, there was the VM just, and I watched a little of it. So it's really, Michaela Schifrin, she did not make gold, but the Austrians did do a few golden ones. I was really, when I was watching the slalom, like the last one from the men, the final race of the men of squads, or how you call that, the men competition. There were 2 Americans in there, because I really was hoping America will do some more and do something, and they did. But they had really not the big fortune on their side in the second race of the slalom. because two Americans did, you know, unexpected. They went to the front, but then both they did not finish. So you really have to finish if you want a medal. So he had this thing on the head, and in there was his cow, his milker cow, and the milker cow, there were big balloons on the side of the racetracks of the skiing. At least it was back then in the 90s. I loved it to watch it when I was a child. So we are back at Prince area now. Purple rain on the head is, it's the woman, and he had his woman's picture on it. So the ultimate art, living art of the matrix. One kind of those many metrics, parallel metrics that are going on in this world, and according to my understanding. So, but the most important one is love, the woman, or whoever you choose to put on top, and whoever you choose to carry your shopping car for, and to put in stuff. At least this is one beautiful metaphor for it. And at first you gotta put in her, of course. And then you put in all the stuff for her. So, back to the guitar. I really feel, you see how drugged I am. 42 minutes already with just whatever random, but it's true, it's happened. All happened like yesterday. So baby, beautiful baby, you have the smell of it, like the 20 years or more of the basement. It's clearly smellable. So let's conclude this beautiful video with some music. But it looks so nice. Maybe I don't have a camera to really show that to you now, but it's really, really nice. Let's see, maybe I can do it. See? I'm talking about, or I want to show you I want you to see the cracks in the finish, the stretch marks. If it's seeable. I really love how the finish soaked into the wood, and I also perceive, you know, I love the look of a nice spruce top, like it's, you have it on here. So the problem with it is it really needs to be repaired, and I think when you just would say it with the terms of the financial market, this is worthless. But it's not. It's really worth a lot to me. It's just not money. You just have to invest here. You always have to invest in everything in life. I'm not talking about money now. If you want to have something, if you want to get out, if you want to get born, there was a problem now here with, basically I have to finish this thing because the battery will go. It will drop down dead, and I do not want to drop down to Let's Drop Down Dead, a Babe I love a lot, or like, or whatever you mean now. It's okay. So, beautiful thing. And there is a thing what I want to add, and I'm really into philosophics now with how much I feel it with filling words. But you have to feel sometimes. Feel, and play feels. And the beautiful thing about this guy, Michael, he gave this guitar to me, and it was possessed by his grandfather or dad or whatever, I don't know. And he had said to me, maybe it's from the grandfather already, which really dates back long. So anyway, he loves. I asked him what his kind of music he's into, because I just want to, when I get a guitar, I really want to know a little bit about where it comes from, what it is. And immediately he said Phil Collins. He likes 80s music, Phil Collins. So wow, yeah. Phil and Phil Collins. It's a nice cycle coming together. And the thing about it here, from a technical standpoint, it has to be repaired from somebody who knows what it's doing. I just know what I can do is I restrung it, I cleaned it, I did love to it, I can play it this way. There are missing frets, that's really not so fun. And the fun in the ad, the guy in the ad called it Kindergitarre, which means children's guitar, but it's not a children's guitar. It's definitely a guitar that makes it more easy for children to play, but I think it's not built for children especially. I don't think so. I think it's more for fun. So, for everyone. A beautiful thing. This gonna be make me happy. It's gonna be making songs. It's gonna be making me happy. It looks awesome how I want it. Just has to be repaired sometime professionally, and until that, I just play it how it is, and it's totally okay and fine. The fretboard is beautiful. There are missing frets, and my theory about the missing frets there are a few theories why it could be. The first one would be somebody didn't want it to get played and just removed it as an act of make it unplayable, according to this person's thinking, but I do not believe this is the true reason behind it. I think somebody played certain things back then and just couldn't play well enough or couldn't memorize, or somebody wanted to make sure that he doesn't make mistakes and just played one song all the time, so he didn't need the A flat, he just he wanted to put away this, so like if he puts away this fret, he makes sure he's playing an A when he frets an A flat or whatever, like you see, like it's here it would be, and okay. So yeah, overall a beautiful thing, and let's see what I can do with it. I just demonstrate a little and then I stop this because I really do not want to get the baby lost. let's see some first fret, first area chords, because finally, if the theory is true that somebody used the removement of the frets for making more easy to play, he was smart not putting away the first 3, because here is where you play as a starter, or as a, you know, first fret chord is the first thing you learn normally. It wasn't with me, it was Nirvana. My first thing ever was like this, and I already forgot. So this was now just something a baby would play, or maybe when it touches the first time the guitar. There's a fret missing. I could use this maybe. But the idea behind all of it, I saw immediately what's the problem. It's really a big problem, and I'm gonna stop now with showing you what the whole thing about it was like. Now it's really the tea needs some drug. This guitar is really like this. It's almost heroin. Like sheep. That's maybe supposed to be a woman. And Les Dudek, to make the cycle complete, like Les Dudek put in some slide into me last week. And so I saw this guitar and thought, oh, it's really fucked up, damaged, it's beautiful. In some way there's potential. Maybe I just grab it and give him a painting, because I'm pretty sure sometime will come the day where this painting will fetch also some, if there is still a system like it is now, even then it maybe will give him a back, like pay him for, in some way, the balance is there in life. You always get, not with money, I talk now about the overall balance, but also with money there is a balance. Like, you know, they made the system really funny, the design of it. I was in the Hunters Academy, so let's see. I just have to play with that. Learn it, you know, when you come to the world or whatever, when you have an idea and start off with something, you cannot do the things right away. You have to learn it, you have to invest it. And there is a really confusion in the beginning. There is a confusing things come from every side and you cannot really focus on it. You just have a lot of thematics going on, a lot of things you vision going on. And you have to learn to separate it and to follow all the storylines in whatever you have going on and focus back onto the main thing out of all this crazy mess that's going on, mess in the positive way too, in this world, like this big brew, this big thing of making you high and making you low, like this heroin here. You see, you see, I put it in the tea. It's brown sugar. Don't worry. This is now a real bomb. It should take me out of business. That's why I need to. That's why I need to do some fast mode. You see how it changes the dynamic when, depending where I pick. This on this guitar, this is really hardcore. And I always, this is also something I got from those magazines, Skinner, I guess, and all summer long, Kid Rock. I love this this Catching My Life from the Dogs cover of the strings I have on there now, Werewolves of London. It's Brexit, you know, and so it's technically Werewolf of Austin City. So Austin City limits the Brexit. What's the possibilities in sound here on this, and I also put in some old shoe from the shoe, like it's also like a 50-year-old. I don't know the English expression. Is it shoelace? I don't know. Even though I'm thinking more English in my head all the time, some words are there that's missing already. I will find out later. But you know the thing you tie your shoes with. I cut it and put it in here to make it vintage. Let's let's do a little finger picking before I hope that. Feel a little. It's the drugs, maybe. This one. Comedy. Yeah. Let's see if I can do the sun thing. So the problem is, this song doesn't work when I don't have this fret. So not really. Do it like this. To demonstrate it extreme, I love when you pick it. Look here, you have this different sound, especially for jazz. This is beautiful. Like this is middle. This would be the normal area where you play. But if you do it here, or if you do it here, it gives this floppy thing that you have on the jazz guitars with the front pickup. You know, on jazz guitars, I really just, for me personally, I just need the pickup here. But this area pickup in every guitar has this sound, and it's not the pickup. Many people maybe don't even know that. It's not the pickup, it's just how it's getting picked up. What's getting picked up, because it just sounds like this if you plug it there. It's not the pickup itself. So, to end it off, before you have to take another lesson, another lesson, another lesson of repeating the same thing, like I say now, before this battery shuts down, this comedy of life here. Yeah, which one you prefer? I placed the candle next to it. This is rose. Or this one. So let's see if the candle does any good to it. And it does for sure show here beautiful stretch marks. So there is this thing, philosophical thing or whatever. They call it the Matthäus effect, and it just says when you invest in something, you will get something. If you support something, there will come something out. It's like if you have a string and you let it vibrate, it will make a sound. Like you can follow that back, the whole matrix thing, like until you have to find your, or whatever, like your way through the physics to get born. You have to the fun about it before to get filled up with whatever. You have to drink your drug to get high. There needs to be a finish to get stretch marks, to get this beautiful aging, natural, real one. Yeah, I like Fender Custom Shop. I love it too. And also, I gotta say, it's really authentic fake. And I like your relic stuff, and I really love the feeling of it. And you nail it. You really nail it. Gibson, in my opinion, I don't know what's going on now with the Murphy Lab and all that things and how it really feels. But the best feeling Gibsons were vintage ones I had in my hands. It was almost like this from the feeling here. The newer Gibsons, they have, maybe Gibson, they should maybe join you and make some teaming up with the process of finishing with you, Fender Custom Shop. That was always a dream of mine, to have a Les Paul true historic, crazily done one, black Les Paul custom, big V-neck, or a beautiful sunburst, or a beautiful gold top, or whatever, vintage spec, but finished from the Fender Custom Shop. I know that's crazy, and I want you just to laugh if anyone ever watches this from both sides of the end of the storyline. So there's this Matthäus effect, and you have to build, you have to bow Bob the Builder. You have to do, and everything is a build. Not a build like this, but also a build like this if you see it from the vision perspective. So in the end, there is no end. It's just a whole thing, and it's depending what you put into. It will convert and will develop and will build up to a new. And it's your choice, whatever. If you really see potential in something that the system would say, this is worthless, this is nothing, this is a minus, this is a business that makes you pay, Minusgeschäft. So now it tells me again to stop, more or less, like it needs to be charged. I cannot put this in because Apple, it has to be put in from the downside. You have to stick this thing in there, and I have the phone standing like this. So it's on the table. It's not possible. Now look up the Matthäus effect. I don't even know. I just read it years back when I was little almost. Oh, I love how this vintage mechanics look. But I gotta say, it really look, and they are vintage, and it's beautiful. I love it. Hilferstraße. There's another thing to yesterday's art. Not that I just stop. It's fun also to my personal relation to music, because I started on an accordion. So I'm a career. And the guy who I got from, Michael, he's a master in Korean. I forgot which if it was karate or whatever, but I think this is not Korean. I don't know. It's a martial art from Korea, at least. He is a master in, and this woman too. And he showed me some pictures, and beautiful. I always wanted to learn it. The Korea, not the Korean especially, like the Asian, something Asian. When I was a little child, like to do some kung fu or karate. Judo was never really. I always had this thinking in my head that judo was about kickboxing, like using. It's absolutely untrue. I have no idea about what it was and what was what. But I know that karate is more with the hand, I guess. I have no idea. I just always thought it's cool somehow to learn this and to know how to do self-protection. So these mechanics here, I like them a lot. And I gotta also say, from this Israeli beauty, I really love to play on here. I love how the individual style is here. I love that. So I kind of love this this kind of concept for acoustic guitars. Not for electrics. For electrics, I think it just looks a little off, but it's also taste. So it's really what you like is cool, but stay cool. It almost tastes like honey. And I have this idea like to bring over. This is brown sugar from Mauritius. I think Mauritius was written on there. It's a fair trade thing. Raw product. Sliding the sugar cane over my babe here. I cannot do this. I can do it, but I don't know what I do. I just have to learn the slide playing. Baby. Yeah, this is, I know many people don't even think about it, or didn't even try different sugar than the white one, but I really recommend everybody to stop using the white one and start using fair trade. If you really need it, then start using brown one. It almost tastes in a tea, like it's almost like honey. It melts inside, and you don't need as much. It's not as heavy. It's a really upgrade in every way to the sweet side of nutrition. So gotta stop now. 117 already. I really have to practice a little without the frets here. The rhythm changes I played before were kind of fun because it was fast. You know, you can do a little cheating in some way, cheating in the good way, like. Because the faster you play, the more you can incorporate harmonics and all whatever, like crazy things that or the ears are not fast enough to really hear that it's not an A flat, but an A that's kind of messy played, but it sounds good because it's jazz. You know what I mean? Jazz is an upgrade. It's not a downgrade. It's not a mess. It's an upgrade. It's an upgrade to be more real. To play the tones between, to just be okay not having this fret here, for example. I want to put it back because, you know, for this guitar, but you know the point of my point that I want to bring on to you with what I'm saying here. It's like it has a little vibe like the false fingering stuff from saxophone area. Like it sounds a little because you push it and you have you alter the string tension a slightly little bit different when you put it here. I'm exactly doing it the same way here, so it's no change coming from this side. Thumbs up. So enough sedated funk. I hope you enjoyed this. It's kind of my way of putting all experiences from yesterday like together in a confusing but fusy way. And I hope you understand the significance of this kind of comedy that I also like a lot. Floating through time 2 times, 3 in a cycle for you and me. So thank you, Michael, for I got gifted 8 candles, and I love the candles so much, and I will light them. And there were even some new ones, you see, like this beautiful gray one. I got it. You know, I was looking at first for used candles. People throw candles away every day. It's like they're chucking out some. Now I'm getting a little bit too explicit for the thing, but there's a lot of things getting trashed and thrown away, and we have this financial system, and I will not go more in detail because it's way too much already in this. Okay, here's another one, a new one. I got new ones too, and I think, and we already had that time clash. If you follow my stuff, you already know where it was, and where it is, and where it's gonna be. It's on my YouTube channel for sure. So, beautiful old thing from Vienna. Feels like a much fun to come, and already there. Gotta say goodbye before my battery says goodbye. Have a goodbye.